did you do this?
I did do the peace signs. I love the peace signs.
Oh, you didn't? I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking wine.
Okay. Let's get our nerves out. I'll take a sip of wine.
Everyone, grab your wine and take a sip with us. This is a wine podcast.
That's for all the wine moms. Or fathers. Wine fathers.
It's so sweet. Oh my god. Did we decide what we're gonna name this podcast? I wanted to name it the big uncomfy couch.
I think I like that name. I think it's a good
The
word.
uncomfy couch. Ironically, I'm very comfortable right now.
It is a really nice couch.
And I don't think it's the wine. It could be that I'm manic. Because I have like 50 things to do once I leave here. Mm-hmm. So I'm Katt Kassidy. I can't stand hearing my name being told out loud. Oh my god.
This is Katt Kassidy.
But anyway. And this is my host, Ramon. So we decided to make a podcast. I think we should introduce ourselves first because why the fuck are these random two people talking to me? Why should I listen to them? Mm-hmm. So wait, how did we meet first? Because was it just, oh god, I can't.
I think it was straight up just a DM. I feel like I've met you in the past.
Yeah?
I've been in Tucson for my whole life, so I've been to plenty of events. You've hosted more events than I've ever been a part of. So I feel like that's might have been where I saw you. Because I think I did follow the Goth Club event at first.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
Which, if you didn't know, Katt Kassidy here is the creator.
Desert Goth Club.
Desert Goth Club. And I think I followed them, and then eventually your profile got suggested to me.
I think once you add the Desert Goth Club page, my account, because the names are so similar, like it starts suggesting to people to like follow me.
Yeah, it could have even been like, I thought I followed this already, but whatever. And then I just saw you posting one day. You're like, I have this idea. I want to start this podcast. And it just seemed like you didn't really have a plan, but you just had this idea. And I'm the kind of person where if I see an idea, I have to light that fire. And
what kind of, like, have you started a podcast before? Or what kind of broadcasting, or I hate that word, broadcasting. What kind of, like, film work have you done, or interview work have you done? I like to call it kind of like journalism.
Yeah.
That's like stuff I love. I wanted to do that in college, but what kind of stuff have you done before this?
So I did try for a little bit to do what I called guerrilla journalism, where I was just...
You just kind of run rampant in the street, just talking to people.
It was me and a tripod and a dream. It was just me. It was as DIY as it could get.
Oh, okay. Did you ever get in trouble doing that?
Actually, never. No one ever stopped me, but
cool.
it also didn't go on long enough, I think, for that to happen. But I knew a couple local bands, and so I was like, hey, I'm going to go to your show. I'm going to bring a camera and a microphone, and I just want to ask you some questions. And at the time, it was like a way for me to create content for other people while also spreading my name. Mm-hmm. And it was working really well, but I didn't have the skill set to kind of keep it going on my own. It kind of fell through.
Did anyone else work on that with you, or did you have a team? Or
I attempted to get some people on, and it just went nowhere.
It's so hard finding people to do like art things with. Sometimes there's so many artists in Tucson, and everyone loves to do everything. But when it comes to making a team of some sort, that's been a hard struggle for me. So like I've been doing this by myself for 5 years now. And every time I've thought I had like a partner or a team together, it would just fall through after a couple of weeks. Like, and that's kind of why we're making this podcast, is to rant about like all the struggles of, not every success story doesn't, have a bunch of struggles. And so this is the first time someone's even offered to like, let's do a podcast. Like I've been talking about this for years and no one's ever like said, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do it. Like, oh my God, it's really hard to find people to collab or do things with.
Well, and the biggest thing for me too is like, I'm doing this all on my own free time, out of my own free will. Nobody wants to do anything for free anymore, which I respect the hustle. Don't get me wrong. I respect the hustle, get your capital, dog. but it's so hard for anybody to do anything and pay, editors and cameramen and everything. That's just not feasible hard. In the DIY scene.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm all about that DIY scene. But I've been doing this for 5 years. I just barely started making money this year. So it's been 5 years of me figuring out how to make money. Everything I've done so far has been for free, or has been like as favors, or it's been like a transactional thing where if you help me do this, I'll help you do that. And basically we just helped each other have a good show, but we didn't make money, but the show was good. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, just, oh my God. So this year I actually figured out, I went to some business seminars and I figured out ways to make money. And now, I'm going to be an actual, official business. And my business is basically getting other people business. I'm just a middleman, basically. That's my job now.
A promoter?
Yeah. I mean, in small terms, it's a promoter. Yeah. But, what you do is so much more than that word. I feel like a promoter is so dedicated to art, and to not even just for the money, but because you fucking love art and you're a fan of artists. So that's why that job, it just sounds so small, compared to what it is, I feel like the wine's kicking in. I'm getting all sentimental.
I keep hearing online that stoicism is out. Being nonchalant, that's the new counterculture, is being as chalant as possible.
We're extra chalant.
Yeah, as much extra chalant for me, please. I'll take 2. But yeah, tell me a little bit more about
the beginnings.
Tell me about the beginning.
Okay, so I was first going to talk about Desert Goth Club a bunch, but that wasn't even the beginning of what I do. Everything started with my birthday. I wanted to throw a birthday party, and I remember I wanted it to be a nightclub birthday party. I wanted there to be DJs and dancing, and so I contacted a bunch of random bars, and a lot of them didn't even write me back. And then one of my friends was a bartender at a bar, and she said, "I can get you to a meeting with the owner." And so they let me throw this party. It was an emo night party, so it was so big, not because it was my birthday. It was because someone was throwing an emo night, and I think we hadn't really had a big emo night in a long time.
No one had ever done that before?
Oh, no. Emo night originated in Tucson. Wow. So the big emo night in LA originated here, but they moved to LA to make it bigger. Because the LA scene is so dedicated to emo night and all of that culture. So they went to where the money was going to be. They made a smart business move, because look at them now. Yeah, they have a big tour that goes on monthly, and then they had a big Vegas takeover, and they're just a money-making machine now.
So did you start this with him?
No, I don't even know him. I love this. I love that we're talking about this. So because I'm so glad that this segued exactly where I wanted it to go. I don't know Emo Night LA. I don't know the guys who run it. I'm just saying that we're friends on Facebook, and they used to live in Tucson. But it's funny because when I started throwing Emo Night in Tucson, I got an email from their lawyers or whoever. They sent me a message saying, "You cannot spell emo night that way." They trademarked the way you can spell emo night, which I totally get it. And I know that's their thing. They made that up. Okay. But I see so many people spelling it that way that I'm like, did they all get this email? Because I got this email. And also another thing is, and this is just tip for anyone. I mean, no one's going to make this mistake but me. I was promoting a party that I was going to throw. It was an emo night themed party. Mm-hmm. And I used an emo night balloon. They have merch that's balloons that says emo night every night or something like that. And one of the girls had a balloon in the picture that said that, and they were like, you also can't use any of our merch to promote something. Mm-hmm. So, but I was very new to all of this, so I didn't know that. I mean, that sounds very dumb now that I look back at it, but I was a lot younger and stupid.
I mean, maybe the balloon thing they would have a case.
Balloons.
I feel like the idea of
Being
copyright.
sued over a balloon, like, by not my idols, but by people I look up to really heavy. Like, that's a story right there.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that just kind of encapsulates what it's like to be in the world of, as they say, showbiz. You know, it's just there's so many big dogs who have this thing and they don't want anybody to touch it. It's their pot of gold, and you can't have a piece, right? That's how it is. Do not meet your heroes.
You haven't made it till your idols sue you.
That's true. That's true. That's how you know you're big.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, then, so it all started with that first emo night, and then, I mean, you're still holding it to this day, just under a different name, Lawyers.
No, I don't host emo night anymore. The emo night that I host today is not mine. I help other people host their emo nights because they know that I used to host emo nights, so now they all ask me for help, like, can you help me do this? Because I've been doing it for so long, it's like, oh, yeah, no, I got you. I can help. So now I can explain how Desert Goth Club came to be, because
that's the next.
When I started throwing emo nights, so many people loved it. So a lot of people hated it. It was kind of equal. It was either everyone loved it or people were like, "Oh my god, I hate you."
I mean, that's the emo culture in general, is right?
Gosh,
like,
right?
You either love other emos or everybody hates you for being an emo, right?
Yeah. And so I had some artists ask me, can I like have a booth? Like, can I sell art at one of your events? Because you have so many cool people here. Like, I think it'd be my crowd that would value my art. And I was like, that's a really good idea. I never had artists at my events before. So I started inviting vendors into my music events. And from there, it kind of grew because, like, more and more artists started messaging me, and my messages were always getting blown up after that. And then I started thinking, after a year of doing that, I was like, I should branch out and maybe throw markets, because so many artists like working with me. And so I kind of thought, well, what kind of name could I name it? And I just was thinking about being a young, stupid kid, and how I just was a really weird goth kid. And I just remember being made fun of so hard for liking all those things and liking the music and the culture. And I grew up in like the punk and goth cultures, and I loved all of it. But, I still do now, but it's a lot more like chill. It's not like, oh my God, like I have to do, the whole fucking look with the face paint. I used to do that when I was younger, and I love all the people that still do it now, but it's not me. But I feel more like I could be me now. I'm still in the cultures, but I'm a kind of a normie of that culture. If that makes any sense.
You were goth before it became a hashtag on TikTok, right?
Basically, yes. Oh my God. And also, like, I used to be a huge scene kid. So like all the scene girls now on TikTok, the whole look, it's like, dude, I looked like that like 20 years ago. That was like how we looked.
Is that a weird, like, I don't know how you'd say, culture shock, maybe, to see people almost
making it not a costume, but like they're bringing it back, but making it kind of cooler. Like it's more polished, more nice, more expensive. Back in the day, we did everything so DIY and trashy. So it's like they turned it into something more high fashion, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of steps to it, right? Like you have the kind of.
You get a lot of views though for looking like that. I
think.
Yeah,
well, I was gonna bring up, like, there's the fetishization of alternative culture, which we don't have to get into now. I think the mood's too high to get into right now. But then you also have, like you said, you have the popularization through. People are actually selling. There are stores now where you can go and buy these clothes versus before you'd have to go to a thrift store and rip up some black shirt you found.
And the hair all of our hair fell out because we put because we were dyeing it and frying it so much, and we had to put extensions in. So I just grew my hair back, and it's been 20 years. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, my hair is actually soft and normal now. Like it used to be like you could hear it crunch.
Oh.
And it was so gross because we would keep putting glue spray in it like constantly. Okay, so I thought, like, what am I going to name Desert Goth Club? I love how I'm going on all these little tangents about my past. But, no, I just wanted to name it something that was true to my inner child. And so I was like, oh, like, Desert Goth something. Because I'm Desert Goth bitch. So, like, what if it was, like, a exclusive club or something? Like, a club, like, for goth or people. And I don't know, I was playing with words, and I was like, Desert Goth Club. I didn't like it.
No?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it at all. But I was like, you know what? It has a ring to it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds exclusive. It's like, well, what's Desert Goth? What is that? Mm-hmm. And it makes people want to know, like, well, what is it though? What do you do? Basically, to put it in a nutshell, I host markets for alternative Tucson.
And they're cool.
That's it. Really cool. There's like a lot of goth collectives in Tucson, and they're like legit, like, they throw nice parties. There's a few, and I've liked all of them. I've never had an issue with it's never felt competitive is what I'm trying to say with all the rambles. Mm-hmm. I love going to all of their events. I feel like there has been a huge amount of drama within the oddities community. That's just my experience. The oddities community is a bunch of local makers, like creators, artists, and also shop owners that don't like each other in Tucson. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, because a lot of the reasons why they don't like each other are pretty valid. Like, if you get into the politics of it, a lot of them don't like each other for their ethics, their business ethics, and their art making ethics. I didn't know about any of this until I started getting into throwing oddities markets, and then people started telling me about it, like, oh, don't work with that artist because they do this with, they're unethically getting bones from this website and all this stuff. And then I'll have shop owners saying, like, oh, don't work with this other shop owner because they do this to their vendors and it's fucked up. Or this person's a big liar, like they lied about a raffle and all kinds of drama about a raffle. And I'm like, okay. I've been trying really hard to stay out of like the drama part of the oddities community. Even me, I couldn't stay out of the drama because I did get wrapped up in a bunch of drama a year ago, and it was weird.
Another thing for another episode, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we can do a full episode about that. If some people already know the whole story, but like to people that are like, there's drama in the market community. There is. It's catty.
I mean, there's drama everywhere you go, right? Mm-hmm. People love to argue.
Yep.
They love to fight for the spotlight, and that's why I spend my time in the shadows. Well, not anymore. Now I'll be in whatever this ends up being.
Yeah. And so, I got the idea for Desert Goth Club, and then I had a partner that was a photographer. He lived in Phoenix, and he came down and he built my website for me. He did all of like the trademarking, and he helped me. Yeah, he helped me get things kind of started. And from there, I just kind of built my brand. It's kind of lame to admit this. A lot of the reasons why I would quit, like take breaks from work, is because I was going through relationship issues. And that's also, as much as that bores me to say out loud, I also do want to be real. Like a lot of us creators, like we put our art aside for our partners, and that's so awful. Like I've put a lot of the things I wanted to do creatively, I threw it in the garbage because my partners didn't approve of it, or they didn't care about it, and it kind of discouraged me from trying it. So I hate that. But at 40, I've still fallen into losing myself and my artistic priorities because I was trying to make someone else happy, which is just ridiculous. And I don't think, if there's a takeaway from this episode, never never give up on things that you want to do just because somebody close to you is like, nah, I don't think it's gonna work. Man. You know.
Let this be a message to all artists. We are here for a short blip in the history of the universe. The most we can do is leave a scratch on this giant globe we call Earth. So, the best thing you can do for yourself is to create art, live your life, and don't let anyone stop you.
Yep.
Regardless of love.
Yes. And regardless of all the drama and people not liking you, that's something I might want to talk about in another episode, is just like not worrying about whether people like you or not. Because for me, oh my God, I've had a lot of that this whole past 5 years of doing what I do.
You know, I heard this great quote today.
Yeah.
Someone's art teacher was telling them that they were critiquing their art. They were doing a little review. And they said that...
Was this at school?
Yeah, some kid at some art school,
okay.
Their art teacher, was critiquing their work. And they said they didn't like it. And the advice that they gave to them was to make them hate it. Because if you can create something enough to make a negative response in somebody, that means you are creating something that has an impact on somebody.
Gives emotion to somebody.
Exactly. And if you can...
It evokes emotion, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, if you're invoking emotion into anybody, you've created something powerful. There is bad and negative art, but we don't have to get into all of that. There's also good art that makes people happy. And that is another emotion. So whatever you're doing, if people are reacting, keep doing it.
I wonder what we're going to do, what we're going to make.
I hope someone hates it.
I hope that people like the podcast and they find it informative and entertaining, the stories. I don't think people would like me if they really got to know me, because I am like, I get aggravated a lot. I have a lot of anger inside of me. So like, I love being able to do this podcast because I can actually say like how I feel. But with that, you're going to have people that go, wow, she's so different from when we're at markets, or when she's working this job, or when we're, doing business, or doing this, or when we're at this. It's like, yeah, I'm different because it's my job.
There's an air of professionalism.
Like, yes, I have to be nice and sweet to everybody, but like, I just want to go home. Like, everyone has to do the whole mask thing when they work anywhere. When you work anywhere.
Fun fact. The actors who cry in movies most of the time are not actually sad. They are just doing their job. The stripper does not like you, and neither does the barista. They're there to do a job, and so are we. Shout out to everyone who's ever worked in the customer service industry. The customer service.
We're all traumatized.
You know the customer service voice, and you dread the day that your friends and family have to hear it. Because it is not the real you. It is some caricature.
Do you have one?
Oh, 100%.
What does it sound like?
I used to actually be a salesman for Costco.
What, like with the food samples, or
no? I would be at the end of the door,
like knives.
We had a bunch of pamphlets. I can't disclose the company.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But we had a bunch of pamphlets, and we would harass people. Well, we wouldn't harass them, but we'd be at the end of the door, and if you were walking through, you were pitched. And God, I hated that job. I hated it so much.
Did it pay really good?
No.
Oh.
They advertised it as paying like $1,000 a week. I made no more than $300. We're making barely minimum wage.
Oh.
Also, they were a cult. That's the story.
Was it like people had to sign up for you to get more money, like to make that 1,000? They just would say you could make up to 1,000.
Well, yeah. So most sales jobs are based on commission, right?
Yeah.
And so you need to have a certain quality, and you need to have a certain skill to be able to pull in that. Mm-hmm. But then there's also like sometimes you're selling something that nobody wants.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna want it. But man, I remember I would be working with my boss. He was training me, and they would just be almost prodding me every time I made a mistake. It was like, hey, you didn't smile enough. Hey, you didn't say that with enough enthusiasm. And I would come home and my cheeks would physically hurt. And so I would spend the rest of the day in a bad mood just in protest. Yeah. Because I was like, I don't want to smile anymore. I'm going to frown all day. I don't care.
I feel like we kind of introduced who we were. You guys kind of know a little bit about us now. We want to bring in artists to talk with us, chit chat. I mean, obviously we want to get to know them and talk about their art, but I also want to ask some questions. They may not be comfortable questions, and I want to know how people feel about it. Because I can't be this professional, happy person all the time. I can't do it, dude. Like, I love my job, but, dude, there's so much about it that is so fucked up. Like, same thing with being, like, a mom. Like, I see my sister. She's always happy, and she's that mom, and she's cool. But then at the end of the day, she's like, I just want to fucking smoke weed, and I don't want to have one kid near me. And I get it, and that's how I feel a little bit in my life. Just on a different level.
You know, I guess we could just use this as an advertisement spot now for ourselves. If you are a local artist and you've worked with Katt, or you just want to get your stuff out, we have this beautiful table. Ugh. This is a thing that I made, and I would like to show it to the world.
You
get
made
to
that?
No.
Oh.
Hypothetically.
Oh, okay. I'm
hypothetically.
sorry.
You get to sit right here, right in the middle. That's why it's so uncomfy. It's actually pretty comfortable right now. We have a lot of space.
But yes, we want to talk to artists. We want to be able to kind of like get to know about, your story, how you got started, where you see it going. I'm also going to ask you some questions that are really real.
Tell us the tea.
Tell us, yes. You don't have to say names or companies. Just be like, oh my God, one time this happened at this event. It was.
Should we bleep out all
it
of our
was
companies
fucked out.
mentioned?
What companies did we mention? I don't remember.
I won't repeat them now, but we'll talk about it after.
I meant
personally don't care.
I said what I said.
To all those companies we mentioned, fuck you respectfully. Don't sue us.
I don't remember talking about a company. If I did, I still stand by what I say.
Yeah.
And in the future, I stand by what I say.
100%. 100%. We keep it real here in the Uncomfy couch.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Episode 1. Pilot episode.
Episode 1/0.
Yeah. Should we create like an email so that people can reach us, or maybe just our personal?
You know what? We'll just post both of our emails. Shoot us both an email. Whatever we end up doing, there's going to be some way to contact us. Leave a comment. This will be on YouTube. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We're starting on YouTube. If you see us on TikTok and Instagram, send a comment. We'll figure it out eventually.
All right. See you guys next time.
Peace.